Hi gang, Elizabeth here, Dandysoap Channel on YouTube, DandelionSoap.com website, and I have us a new Dollar Tree DIY project. It is the mini tabletop ornament. Very clever. Supplies. You will need 2 of these red colanders from the Dollar Tree, a set of lights. If you have some already, 50 lights. This is the 20 that has a plug-in. This is the battery-operated LED. Some floral picks of Christmas sort. And most definitely, ribbon. Must have ribbon. So first things first. And have your glue gun on low temp. So you'll need your glue gun low temp. Let's get started. Clear your work area. Get your ornaments ready. The way this is going to work, we're actually going to be gluing our lights into 1/2 of this ornament. And then, of course, the top will go on. I plan I will be using the LED lights. I'll be running the battery pack through the holes and the lights inside and gluing them down. And I'll be concealing my battery pack underneath all of the decoration on top, as well as the floral. Now, ball, you literally could hang this up, make it into a hanging lit ornament. Vice versa, you could put it upside down. You can make it into a lollipop, if you will. Just whichever you want to do. The sky's the limit on ideas. But I've actually been entertaining making this into a hanging ornament. Let's get to work. Okay, gang, if you're using the LED lights or even the other plug-in lights, basically just hold them together. You know, bring it together like so. And just run it through the hole. And go ahead and feed all of them through. You don't want to try to start at the beginning and then start feeding these things through. It would just be crazy and you would just have a mess. So if you go ahead and pre-feed these through the hole, you can begin working in the bottom, and then you'll be able to have the excess over into this pot and do the top. Just make sure that you keep them side by side. Once you do your bottom, you want to slide this side by side, and that way you can do your top. If you're using the LEDs like me, there's 10 light bulbs. So 5's going to go here and 5's going to go here. You can see that's working out exactly where I want it. You know, I want them to, and if you need to, you can go back and put extra glue across the lights if you want to, just to give some insurance to make sure that they stay mounted in there. We don't want to, after a period of time, just make sure that you're following directions. Now, Gorilla Glue is what I highly recommend on glue sticks. I am totally sold on Gorilla Glue, the glue sticks, because I had not used them. And I would always went with the regular, clear, all-purpose, you know, what everybody else used. And then Gorilla came out with their own glue sticks. And Gorilla Glue has really been cornering the market on all their glues. They've really been hot to trot with their big old Gorilla in the commercials. And they've really been teaming it up with their ads. So as you can see, I'm just making a strip across my lights here, just for some extra insurance. Remember, as long as that glue strip is connected, it forms almost like a hook. You don't want to hold your nozzle of your glue gun on to that plastic or the lights. You just want to let that gob of glue run across. And I'll let that set for a second. Now you're going to put your lids together. So you want to put the lighter side up and the heavy side down. And then that way, when you glue it, you won't be struggling with that battery pack. So go ahead and run your glue around the edge of your colander as quickly as you can, because remember, it's on low temp, so it's going to dry pretty quick. Trust me, that's about as fast as I can go. Out of my own curiosity, guys, I have decided I am going to paint this with chalk paint and galvanize it, give it a galvanized look, because I am going to make mine to hang up. And out of curiosity, I decided to entertain the idea of painting this colander. And I'm real bad to use my lid, is I used the elephant on this particular one, and I'm taking the silver lining, Waverly chalk silver lining, and I am just pouncing my brush. I'm not trying to strike it with strokes. You literally just bounce it, bounce, pounce, bounce, and go all about, and don't stay concentrated in one area. If you do, it's going to be covering up your undercolor, and the idea is you want to scatter it about so that it truly does give it that galvanized look. And I'm just going to have to redo my little handle whenever I get done doing the rest of it, because I get impatient. And this does much better when the other color is still a little bit damp. And as you can see, it's already dried on me, so I'm having to work a little bit to blend. But that's pretty much how I go about making it look metal galvanized at the back. Remember, where the screw side is, if you've got a pack, where the screw side is the side where you would refill your battery. So you do not want to glue that down. You want to do the underside. And I'm actually going to use some E6000 on this, plus I'm going to use my hot glue gun to get it to stay temporarily until the E6000 takes hold. And if you get the hot glue on the E6000, it dilutes it, and it will not be effective. Just won't glue effect. But just always remember to put you a little bit, clean it off, wipe it off real good after you use it, make sure none's seeping out, and then put your petroleum jelly or Vaseline around the screw threads, and then place your cap back on. That'll just prevent your glue from sealing your lid on. Now I want to show you how to situate your ribbon on your colander ornament. I am using a 2.5 inch wide, and it's got the wire in it, so you want to, you know, with its stiffness, you want to pre-crease it. Remember I told you we'd have to cut like a slit right here so that it fits over that to conceal our battery pack, but I'm only going to glue it. You're not going to try to do the edge. You're actually going to do kind of crazy like when you go through there with your glue. That way it good and will come down like you want it. And you will press it, and it's going to give it this nice little crinkled edge that you're seeing. It's going to just look awesome. You're going to love it. Right here through that middle, so that it will come about right there. And I'm just going to cut off the extra that I don't need, because I just need it to kind of stop right here. And then again, where it's at, it's probably okay as well, but just in case it comes down too far past, I'm going to cut just that little bit off. I am going to place it up here on my ornament, and I think that's going to just look beautiful with the galvanized and the buffalo check plaid along with the burlap rib. And so basically you just bend it. You can do it that way so they're in half. And when I fold this, I fold it just past the half mark, because once I pinch and fold and pinch this, I want those to stay together. So when I say pinch or fold and pinch, so just past the halfway mark. So if you were folding those in half, it'd be just past the halfway mark. That way it doesn't slip out. So you fold it and then come back. Fold and pinch, just like that. And you'll tie some jute twine or something around that, just so it stays good and snug. I do my tails. Another method that I do, in case you haven't watched my other videos, is I call it the pinch. And I just fold it in half, or you can do 2 fingers, whichever works best. Pinch and tuck. And the reason why I do that is that way I can glue the tails and have them going in the direction that I want them to before I place my bow. So bow, just cut a little piece and wrap it around the center to cover up your jute twine, since this will be a little more exposed. Mine really country-like. This gives it that little bit of finishing touch, and glue it into place. And those angles, I want those angles to be going inward. So with that, and if you needed to model it, you can always take, and with this being wired ribbon, you could just fold it and see if that's really what you want. You always have the option of dovetailing. But for me, this kind of reminds me of like a little gift package. So I think I'm going to go angled inward. So anytime you're deciding on that, just bend your wire on your ribbon and then look at it. Just model it and stage it and make sure that that's what you want to do. And then it also helps you determine how sharp an angle you want on your bow. So here we are, guys. What do you think? We got our lights running. We have everything decorated. It's looking pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. You guys, leave me your comments. Let me know your opinion or anything that you might come up with you want me to try and do it on the DIY channel here so that you can try it for yourself. And if you would, please share this video and like it. And most of all, if you haven't subscribed already, perhaps now you will. Thank you for coming along for the ride. I certainly hope you guys enjoyed this and run with it. And please post your photos, post your comments, and let me know how I'm doing. You'll see the dandelion on the screen here. If you click on that, it'll ask you if you want to subscribe. You can click subscribe, or you can use the little red button down below this video. Hit the like, hit the share us on your social medias, and pin us on Pinterest. Until the next DIY, you guys have a dandy, crafty day.